doing new things. Echo. There is no echo. So you don't say that. Don't say. There's no echo. There's no echo. There's no. I fixed it on my own without Adam's help. I fixed it on my own without Adam's help. I want it to be known. Let it be known to all in the land. To all under every banner. I did it. You know, it kind of reminds me, I have this vivid memory of my little baby sister when she was really, really little. And she went through this whole phase where she would just be like, I do myself. And every single thing we try to help her out with something, and it was like, hell no. Hell no, I do myself, baby. Hey, by the way, chat, we're trying some new stuff tonight, okay? First off, is anybody watching the stream in vertical? Is anybody watching in vertical form? Are you vertical? Are you verticaled up on the verse? What's up with the vert? And also, I probably should have messed with my hair before we went live, but that's fine. That's fine. Fuck it. How's the vertical look? Do I have to adjust? I can kind of see it. Over here. Okay. All right. So loud. Why does it do this, dude? Like, I swear to God, brother. Wait, there's something here. There's something to that. There's actually something to this. Hang on, we can figure this out. All right, is anybody watching vertical? Is anybody watching hot dog style? Is it too crazy? Turn the music up louder. What does this look like, hot dog style? Oh my. Well, that's not good. Here, hang on. Hang on. What does this look like in vertical? Is that even doable? Hang on, let's see what this looks like here. I'm just seeing what YouTube does with this. Yeah, no fucking way, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is supposed to be a real cool thing that they rolled out. I don't know about that, chat. I don't think that's functioning very well. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Yeah. Then of hot dogs, absolutely. If you go vertical too, it has 2 streams. I'm only seeing 1 stream. I mean, I'm definitely... It says I'm doing both, but let me see here. So... Because they just changed the back end of YouTube pretty good here. What the hell is this? Resetting that. Yeah, there's a way to do... Maybe it's on the actual screen. Like, is it within, maybe on your phone, guys? There's a way to put it in vertical. Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be the new cool thing. And all the TikTokers and the Tiki-Talkies and the kids and everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. Jeremiah, appreciate you, man. Says the new haircut is doing things to me that I like. That's good. Wait, what? Is that good? Is that a good thing? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Should I like that or should I not like that? I'm confused. Den of vertical alignment. You're vertical. Vertical horizon or perpendicular? I'm confused. I can play Warhammer 40K if I haven't played the previous 39,999. No, you're gonna need to play all of the other ones. You're gonna need to do all the Warhammers. Rossi! Snyder fans were right once again. Yeah, maybe. Nothing vertical? I mean, I don't know. I see a vertical thing. Here, I'll take a picture of it and send it to you, Adam. It's a brand new shit, so I probably don't know what the fuck it is or whatever. Here, Adam, I'm gonna send you this on Discord. This is what I'm looking at. Because I chose, like, you can choose, like, when you go live now, because, like I said, it's a new screen. Like, you see how it has the one, and it actually looks like the vertical is a little delayed or whatever. Josh hating on DC again. That's not true, guys. Guys, that's not true. I'm wearing a DC shirt. I love DC. Check this out, though, where I'm going to be talking mad shit on DC. Check that out real quick. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. Leia, what the hell? Calm down, Leia. Chill out, Leia. Chill out or I'll fucking Hassan you. I'll Hassan your little ass right in front of everybody. Unlimited power! Anyway, how's everybody doing? How's the night? Hey, Fernie's up in here? Dude, I'm actually pumped that we're streaming at night tonight. I feel like we're going to see some new faces. I feel like a lot of people can't always make the morning streams. It's kind of nice to do a evening stream once in a while. Caleb Senpai says, much love, brother. Loving the content as always. Night streams are always a vibe for a full-time replay vendor. Catching it live hits different. Hell yeah, man. Gen V today. Okay, yo, y'all been liking Gen V? I have not watched any of it yet, but have you guys been liking it? Is it pretty chill? Can we get a James Gunn dedicated Kathleen Kennedy produced Unity movie, please? Jesus Christ, no. Fernie! Bianca, what up? When is the member stream? Okay, so I'm not exactly sure when the member stream is because we're late. What do I normally go at 11? So how many hours is that? We're like 7 hours, 8 hours late. That's your fault, guys. I don't know when we're gonna do the member stream, but dude, guys, this is going to be an incredible member stream, and I'm gonna put a countdown up, and I've got some very crazy things that we're gonna talk about tonight on the member stream. And in fact, we're gonna do some cancelable, super OnlyFans style content. I'm telling you. I'll reveal it a little bit later, but just trust me. And by the way, I should be able to get this to work for Twitch as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Twitch vendors will have access. So if you remember on Twitch, I'm pretty sure you'll have access. Bianca, what up? How you doing? Did this man get a haircut? Okay, Joshy, I see you. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thank you. When is the member stream? I'm not sure. Probably close to 8. I'll do a little timer when we get a little closer, and we'll figure it out then. Trevor says, yo, what up, Josh? Nerd Theory is back. Can't wait to catch up on it. I have to catch up on the show, too. I can't listen to YouTube at work anymore, which is devastating. Oh, that sucks, bro. What should you cook for dinner? Salisbury steak. A nice Salisbury steak can do you real good. Hair does look good, to be honest. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Are we finally getting that handstand? Dude, even better than that. I don't want to explain it right away, but I'll explain it before we go. Because when I tell you guys what I'm going to show you tonight, I actually have 3 crazy things that I'm going to show you guys in the behind a paywall tonight. And we're going OnlyFans style, bro. Like, look, YouTube is hard. And kids are expensive. So I'm officially a sex worker, and we're gonna figure that out tonight. Jon Snow says Dark Angels vid was so good. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Hey, yeah, did y'all watch that Dark Angels video? So if you guys are interested in Warhammer, certainly check out the Warhammer channel, Warhammer Explained. But I recently did the Dark Angels video. Dark Angels is one of my armies, man, and I fucking love the Dark Angels. So I was really like passionate about that video. I gush, man. I fucking glaze the Dark Angels big time in the video. But truthfully, man, I think they're fucking awesome. That's why I chose them as one of my armies, right? So check that video out, and if you want to join up, on the Dark Angels after that, do it. You're welcome, man. You're welcome to join. Connor says, if you were a giraffe, what would your favorite day of the week be? Mine would be Thursday. I don't know, dude. If I was a giraffe, I'd be the giraffe that sold his likeness to that bubblegum company, and I'd be like fucking balling, dude. So I'd be like the Hugh Hefner of giraffes. You know, I might even wear a smoking jacket. You know, probably have some girlfriends and stuff like that. Rossi says, can you use your contacts to help Philip get a rap album? He's a generational talent. You know, I say this all the time, but you're not a rapper, brother. You're not a rapper. So, no. Filmic says, today's a great day. Live stream while unboxing my new camera. Red Komodo. My God. Let's fucking go, Nerd Avengers for life. Appreciate you. And damn, dude, that is cool. That sounds like a very fancy. I mean, I know what red cameras are. I'm not sure what the Komodo is exactly, but I would imagine it's a pretty good rig. Congratulations, dude. That's dope, man. Hell yeah. So I have some unboxing stuff that I'm gonna do too. Okay, so here I missed your super. All right, Zach, let me see if I can catch this super here. That's another thing. They changed this part of it too. Zach says, nothing better than an evening with the single greatest content creator in the game and the best community. Much love, everyone. Oh my God, that's high praise, man. You think I'm the best? Oh, I missed your super. Shreddy, get out of here. You ain't send no super, man. You ain't send no super. Shreddy, you're broke. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. You know, we're happy you're here, I guess. But you're fucking broke, brother. Tim O'Brien says, look forward to an evening of Nerdvention with this community at work. Nerdvention for life. Much love, Josh. This will be much needed while at work. Appreciate you, Tim. And thanks, Jeremiah, again. Appreciate it. Thank you. Superman? Say that again. Yeah, see? There he is. Where would we be without this guy, huh? All right, guys. So I've got a couple of cool things. You want me to tease it out? Oh my God. Okay, three things on the evening tonight for the Nerd Vengers stream. Okay, so we're gonna do a regular show. We're gonna talk a little bit about Superman and Forbes telling on James Gunn. We're gonna talk a little bit about Marvel, the shows, and some of the things that are gonna be previewed at New York Comic Con, while also referencing some comments made by Michael Waldron, which I think are really cool, and I want to get into those. But then we're gonna do a Nerd Venture stream. We have 3 top secret, super sexy, sultry, OnlyFans type things that we're gonna do. Okay. First one, not that crazy, but this is my copy of DCKO. Okay, I got the lights out poly bag special edition, and I have no idea what that even means, frankly. But it's a blind bag, and maybe we'll get a really dope version of it. I'm gonna unbox this tonight behind a paywall with the members. You can only get it if you pay, and you gotta pay all the money. Next up, we've got a super secret project that I've been cooking. It's a massive undertaking that's going to take the next couple of years of my life. It's the most ambitious fucking thing I've ever done on YouTube, and I'm just gonna start talking about it only with the members tonight. And then the third one, probably the craziest one, and you guys are not gonna believe me, but it's actually real. And I want you to just soak it in. Just think about it. Don't get too excited. Okay? But just think about it. I am going to show you my cream pie. But only for the members. Only for the members. Authentic cream pie shown for the members. Oh my God. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, drop a membership. Oh shit. Oh, damn. Look, you'll get it. You'll get it when you see it. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay. Anyway, Oh, terms of service. Right. Yeah. No, trust me. Shit, dude. I might even eat it on screen. You know what I mean? Anyway, okay. So, how you guys doing? How's the week been? How's the week been? How's life? You guys handling it okay? Everything okay out there? Look, I told you YouTube was getting tough. Okay? You didn't realize how tough it was getting out here, but you're about to find out. Yeah, you're about to find out. I need Doomsday now. The week's long? Oof, that's tough, brother. Yeah, that's tough. Shut up and dribble? Question mark. I volunteer as tribute for the cream pie. Jesus Christ. I should have never done it. I should have never said it. Josh getting wild today. Hell yeah. Wait, what? Family show. Guys, it's a family show. Everything was fine until this stream. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, it's not what you think. It's a joke. Just relax. You'll see. You know what? But it is actually something that we're saving for the members. So I'll show you guys I'll show the members what's going on later. Have you seen my new book talk trend? Thousands of women are reading Werewolf. Oh God. No, I'm cool on that. I'm chill on that, brother. I'm chilling on that. The book market's crazy though. You know, I'm not gonna lie. The book market is pretty crazy. I won't lie to you on that. Is it gold? What? It'll be good as soon as we get Master Bates in a Star Wars movie. Yeah, did you guys enjoy that on Monday, man? I thought it was pretty funny. I did an edited version of that. Dropped on a Clips channel today. All of the most unhinged, 10 of the most unhinged pieces of Star Wars lore ever. Go check it out on the Clips channel, man. And I had a fun time editing it too. It was pretty funny. And I put one part on my Twitter because it was really funny, man. I thought it was really, really funny. So yeah, make sure you go check that out. But I had a good time on Monday, and I've been working on stuff, you know, making a lot of videos, doing a lot of content and all that. So yeah. What's your favorite thing been this week, Josh? My favorite thing this week. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I had a great time on Monday. I had a great time today. I went out with Liam. Liam and Dad took a little trip, and we went out to the comic shop, and then we stopped at a store to get some food, and it was fun. Just going out, hanging out, me and the kid, you know. So that was pretty cool. Other than that, it's been pretty chill, you know. Been pretty chill. Busy day today. Busy day today. No Warhammer store. No, I have not been back to the Warhammer store in a while. But I do want to get back in there. Yeah. Both streams on Monday were great. Yeah, thanks, man. I had a good time. I feel like I'm in a good headspace, making good content, you know, trying to keep it fun. I needed this stream, LOL. I've been so depressed lately, and it feels good to laugh. It does feel good to laugh, doesn't it? Yeah, man, no worries on that. I always like to have a little fun. I gotta let my dog in. Hang on, guys. Freaking dogs, man. Oh God, what? Shit. Finding out that some creators shock their dogs to use as a prop on camera is wild. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even watch the clip, guys. I know that. I mean, I know what happened, and I do think he shocked the dog. I know he's claiming that he didn't or whatever. And yeah, it does seem pretty douchey, you know. But I mean, to me, that's like, did people really? I don't know. I mean, Hassan seems like a douche. Like, it doesn't surprise me that douchey people do douchey things. You know what I mean? You like that thumbnail? The clip is legit. F that fool. Yeah, I mean, like, again, I've seen the clip. I think, well, actually, no, I have not even watched it. This is going to seem so weird to you guys. I literally have not even watched it. Like, I've seen images of it. I've seen a lot of the tweets about it, and people are like, you know, mad or whatever. But like, legitimately, I have not. Oh, really? Philly D breaks it down? I don't think he did. Wow, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not I don't know how big of a deal it is, guys, you know? But I know, fuck me, it's a super big deal. How dare I? Josh, you're on the internet. Don't you understand how important internet shit is? Yeah, I guess. Fuck. Sure. Well, I'll tell you this. For half of you guys, I'll say that he's a jerk and he probably shocked the dog. And then to half of you guys, I'll say, nah, he was being chill and everybody else is just outraged like always. You know what I mean? I'm playing both sides, so I always come out on top. When is the pie of cream happening? It's, first of all, Bubba, you can't fucking afford it, my guy. It's for members only. Okay, you think I'm just whipping it out on main for free? Jesus. Bro, he did not shock Kea. I mean, look, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he waterboarded the dog. Like, I'm not 100%, and I don't quote me on this, and I don't really watch him, and I'm not really fully aware of it, but I'm pretty sure he waterboarded the dog. So, Baptista Gangster says, yo, Josh, I have a crazy doomsday theory I would love to share if you want to hear. Hit me up, dude. Throw it in the throw it into the chat. Brandon, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Yeah, he Guantanamo Bay'd the dog, basically. I have it on pretty good authority that he did that, allegedly, supposedly, maybe. What the hell did I walk into? Don't worry about it, baby. Uh-oh, Timmy, don't give away the secret. Gunn needs to go ASAP. I don't know that he needs to go ASAP. I'm not necessarily saying that. Which, by the way, guys, can we just talk about what a fucking normal reaction the internet had again to me saying some shit? Holy shit, dude. Maybe we should just get into this. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. All right, let me get this pulled up here. All right, yeah, let's talk. Why is everybody so mad at me about this shit? Leia, why are you coming up here to be a butthole? Before I do the segment, you want to come up here and say hi? You want to come up here and say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here. Oh, look at the puppy. You can't have my coffee. Are you saying hi to chat? Are you going to say hi to chat? Here, say hi. Say, woo! 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 Aww. All right, sweetie. You got to get down. You got to go. I have to talk shit on James Gunn, okay? Okay, just let daddy talk shit on James Gunn. And then I'll give you some scratchies, okay? Okay. Okay. Zap. And then she's just like, you know? All right, anyway. All right, let's talk about this shit, man. This shit is crazy. Okay, so there's two sides of the story. You know, there's the story, and then there's everybody's fucking reaction to the story, which of course was super normal because it's the fucking internet. So, Forbes. Y'all ever hear of Forbes? You know about Forbes? They're like into finances and shit, man. They're like pretty good at that. That's like kind of like what they do. Well, they recently did a big article about Superman. I'm not going to go over the whole article for you. I tell you what, I'll pull it up though so that you can just see what the F I'm actually talking about here. James Gunn's Superman ends its theatrical run. How much did it make? And there's a lot of different aspects to the story, ins and outs, but this is the part that a lot of people are focusing on. Basically talking about how it's very unlikely that the movie made money in its theatrical run, before ultimately saying that it's hard to say whether or not the movie made any money at all because there's a lot of other factors. But it does sort of put forward that it's very unlikely that the movie made money in theaters, but it probably made money through other means, right? Like the ancillary materials, different promotional things that they did, etc., etc. And so this article is out there and people are talking about it. All right. And so I brought this up, of course, and the way I'm understanding this, the way I'm interpreting this is that Forbes, and by the way, Forbes kind of has a history of doing this. We've been discussing a lot of the different movies this year, and usually you have the studio itself come out and say like, hey, this movie needs to make this amount, right? And then they all kind of call their shot this year. And then we have, you know, all the various articles that come out as the movie's making money. And then what happened this year, especially with Superman in particular, was after the theatrical run ended, you had in the Hollywood trades, they talked about this number, $125 million. Do you guys remember this? $125 million. And I remember when that number came out, we discussed it, and I said, look, I don't know, this feels shady. You know, I don't know that this is the way, the actual number here, but they wouldn't be able to just report this unless there was some truth to it. So from a certain perspective here, $125 million is what Superman made. Now, it would appear that when Warner Bros. Came out with that number, really that's like not actually theatrical money. Maybe like 20 million of that is theatrical money. Most of that is through ancillary materials. Now, that was illuminated for us by Jeff Snyder. Jeff Snyder, you know, takes this and, you know, kind of breaks it down for people. And I think a lot of people were giving him shit, particularly about the Superman stuff. So Jeff is more than happy to, like, set people straight and explain that that $125 million number is not real. That most of that is coming from outside of the actual theatrical run here, which seems to be corroborated by the reporting that Forbes just did. Okay, so ultimately, like, what's really happening here is we have the life cycle of this movie. We have all the usual parts. We have all the bells and whistles. And just like many other movies over the past couple of years, and usually Forbes has been taking aim at Marvel quite a bit over the past couple of years. But also, you know, Star Wars and the Star Wars shows and, you know, the proposed budgets and the expenses of these different shows. And here, ultimately, of course, yes, taking aim at Warner Brothers and James Gunn. But it seems that this pattern just kind of holds true, at least over the past couple of years, with basically all of these big IP movies. Meaning, it's usually around this time that Forbes comes out and kind of tells us the tea. Kind of spills the real tea about the finances here and how basically none of these movies are, like, making money. And so, just like many other times, Forbes is now kind of coming with receipts and doing their financial reporting here and sort of telling a more accurate version of the story. This isn't the Hollywood trade version of the story. This is the Forbes version of the story. This is a more accurate look at the actual financials here. Now, what does it all mean, man? And this is where it gets me into, like, the second part of this story, because, of course, you know, so many people acted so completely fucking normal about this. I mean, this tweet, you know, it's not even like a huge tweet for me, right? But the same old kind of stuff that always happens when I talk about this stuff. 200 retweets on this tweet, and a lot of them are people that are really mad or want to say the Gunn should be fired. So there's a bunch of Gunn fans that are like, you know, you're stirring up trouble again or being a butthole. And there's a bunch of Snyder bros that are saying like, oh, it's Jover. Gunn should be replaced. Gunn should be fired. I mean, the reality is no. What this says, though, because this does matter. It's not a fugazi. It's not a nothing burger. This is a good data point. This is a good part of the sense-making apparatus for pop culture these days in Forbes, breaking down the reality of the financials for this film. We should take this and put it into our brain parts and have a better understanding of what exactly happened with this movie, what were the costs, and how much money it made. Ultimately, I think what this does to inform us as nerds, outside of just being interested in it, is it gives us a temperature. It gives us a report card for what Gunn's DCU is up to. And I think, as many people tried to point out in the wake of Superman, I think good enough is the answer, but not a huge hit. This is not a smash success. We're not off to the races here. And there's a lot of questions about how DC will actually be able to pull this off. I mean, I frankly think that they wanted way more. I think they should have gotten way more. And I think the most important thing to realize is they need to make way more in the future. There is no way they can sustain this cinematic universe at putting stuff out that goes to a loss in the theaters that then you must use like residuals and ancillaries and weird accounting tricks and all this sort of stuff to make a profit. That's not a sustainable future. What this indicates is that the DCU, while off to a start, is not off to the races. It needs to do better. It needs to consider what aspects of Superman perhaps prevented it from being able to perform a bit better. It needs to, look at the landscape of entertainment in general, and also the Hollywood genre streaming and all that sort of stuff. And it needs to make better decisions because it must do better going from here. And look, man, I got to tell you, looking at the future here, looking at Supergirl, looking at Lanterns, looking at Clayface, and then realizing that the Batman Part 2 is probably not until 2027, and Brave and the Bold, the DCU Batman, is very likely not until 2028, maybe even 2029. That's just like not super great. You know what I mean? That's just not super great. And so, although this is somewhat of a predictable part of this news cycle, and it's just like, okay, we have some official reporting here for Forbes. We kind of put it out there. I think that it is like the reason this has popped off so much. Maybe it always was going to be of great interest because it is a new universe and Warner Brothers is in such an interesting spot trying to sell and stuff like that. But I really do think that, a bit of the sort of divided DC base is coming out here. Like it shouldn't actually be that crazy to come out and be like, Superman did good enough, but like everything has to do a lot better from here. And like, we hope that it all does better from here. That really shouldn't be that controversial. That shouldn't be that crazy to say. And yet when you say that, what it feels like to me, I experience is a whole bunch of people on this side that are like, gun needs to go, fuck this. And then a whole bunch of people on the other side that are like, no, this is so good. How dare you bring up any reality? How dare you besmirch this grand, great, glorious gun verse that we now love and have? It's like, guys, grow up. We should be able to talk about our fictional bullshit, fake ass, comic book universes with a little bit more, nuance. Like, it's fine, but it's not crushing it. You know what I mean? So I don't know, guys. For some of you guys, you're probably like, yeah, goddamn, I'm sick of talking about Superman's box office. However, it does actually matter because the Forbes thing is important. So with that being said, what do you guys make of this, man? What do you make of this? You say, no, Forbes, it can't be. Forbes did shock the dog? Did Forbes not shock the dog? I don't know. All facts, no fiction. Hell yeah. I want it to end. Peacemaker just can't hold my interest for a third season. I don't think Peacemaker is going to have a third season, to be honest with you. Yeah. Bro, the thumbnail is classic. Thanks, man. Glad you like it. In my opinion, the market has been severely damaged since Man of Steel, so comparing them theatrically is pointless. Additionally, Superman has been S-tier hero in normies for decades. I don't think the comparison is pointless at all. Because really, like I understand the spirit of what you're saying, but ultimately, like, it should be commercially viable. Like, you get the Marvel guy and it's Superman and it's the DCU. It should be commercially viable. Superman should have done way better than it did. And I think they should take a harsh look at this. I think they should be like, you know what? What is the problem here? You know what I mean? Like, because here's what's scary about it, right? Here's what's scary about it. Supergirl, like, I don't know if you can get more derivative of Superman than Supergirl in concept. Like, I know that the Supergirl movie is not just going to be a derivative Superman movie. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is just in the sense of, like, if you vaguely know that there was a Superman movie and then somebody tells you the next one is a Supergirl movie, I literally do not know how, like, that is so derivative that I find it it's hard to imagine the Supergirl movie doing a lot better than Superman without some other thing happening, meaning an incredible marketing campaign. The first trailer fucking smashes. Momoa's Lobo is hot shit and everybody loves it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this thing cannot just be and expect to do better than Superman. So from that perspective, it gets really concerning when you look at this and you're like, damn, like, we're going from Superman movie that literally didn't make money in the theaters to Supergirl. And I just don't know how that's actually going to translate into like a lot of box office and a lot of hype and generating a lot of excitement for the fans. We'll see. It's all about the marketing for it. But I don't think that's unfair at all. I think anybody that's being reasonable could see why I would be a little concerned. You know what I mean? Lobo in Supergirl, right? I believe so. Yeah. And I think that's going to be awesome. And maybe Lobo's the huge draw. Like, maybe Lobo is the Crypto, or maybe they just think Crypto. Because here's the thing, like, Crypto was cool, and I think people like Crypto, but Crypto wasn't enough to get to Man of Steel numbers. You know what I mean? Like, Crypto wasn't enough to get this thing profitable in theaters. So I don't know that Crypto would be enough to, push Supergirl. Josh wants $500 billion for every movie. No, I don't want $500 billion for every movie, but I think that if you're relaunching, or if you're launching a new cinematic universe, right? And you're putting like all of your money behind that, I think the thing needs to grow and get more successful and build off of itself. Like, part of why Superman is okay is because it is the start. And I do give it a pass in a lot of ways for being the start. But it's like, no, let's not get that twisted and say that it's just hunky-dory and it's fine. Like, that's what I'm saying, is like, this Gunn thing is like, the reason it's a little bit worrying, right, is because it feels like Gunn doesn't listen to anybody. And it feels like he's just hyper fixated on like his shit, his road or the highway. He loves the obscure characters. He loves the goofy sensibilities. He loves this, that, second, and the third. And it's like, is anybody over there being like, hey, James, what if like this isn't the way to do it? You know what I mean? And I worry that he's not receiving the right feedback. Like, are there people over there that are like, hey, just so you know, like, Crypto wasn't enough to get to Man of Steel's box office? Like, has anybody had that conversation with him? Lobo is probably better to use than Crypto. Do you know what I mean? Do you see what I mean? So, like, I think there's plenty of reason to be concerned about this shit, bruh. Yeah, exactly. He's not getting the right amount of pushback. Exactly, yeah. Candace for Storm? Hell yeah. Let's start that. Also, you're gonna get me canceled, but I'm about it. Josh hates dogs, confirmed. No, what? I don't hate dogs. I'm not that monster Hassan that was waterboarding dogs just off stream. They really need a good DC Batman movie to get the general audience hooked. Yeah. It's going to be really hard to build up a second Batman movie that, by all accounts, is absolutely fucking incredible, right? Like, we've heard this Matt Reeves Batman movie's titties. So imagine, like, they're building up this incredible Batman that's, like, titties. And then, like, they also have to kind of build up the one in the DCU. Like, I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Yeah. And it's like, bro, like, guys, I'm telling you, these DC fans are so crazy. Like, dude, 200 fucking quote tweets here? Like, look, let's view these quotes, dude. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. Like, this guy's, like, very anti, right? This guy's anti. This guy's anti. Wow, a lot of antis. And then this guy's like, wah, wah, like, I'm crying. 200 of these, dude. 200 of these. Like, this guy's like, these dumb cunts. Because it's dog shit. 200 of these, dude. Yeah, I don't trust Forbes accounting of things due to approaches that they take for reporting this shit. What are you talking about, dude? Like, what the fuck? Josh spreading more information. LOL. He's salty. Superman made a profit. Don't believe his lies. 200 of these. 200 of these, dude. Jesus Christ. I need a vacation. Let's see here. Benjamin says $5 that Supergirl outperforms Superman. I'll take that bet, Ben. Superman's streaming numbers will help, though. I think Superman's doing decent. Like, everybody gets all twisted, man. I'm not saying it's, like, in bad shape. I'm sure it's doing fine. But, like, it has to do better. They have to build. And I think they should adjust. I think they should fix some of these fucking mistakes, dude. I think they should fix some of these mistakes. You know what? I'll just add this part to this segment here because it's just kind of interesting. Because Warner Brothers, like a lot of the news right now for this whole thing is kind of surrounding the Warner Brothers sale, right? And by the way, big time rumors that there might be a collaborator with Paramount to get to the $60 billion. But check this out. Exactly a year ago, Warner Brothers Pictures CEO Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi saw their crisis kick off after Joker Folie à Deux faced a disastrous debut weekend before another several since Furiosa's numbers at the box office. Today, exactly a year later, both of them are in honeymoon mode with their boss, David Zaslav, who announced that their contracts have just been renewed. So isn't that crazy how much a time like difference a year makes, man? We were legitimately talking about stories late last year when this was going on, when Joker 2 was bombing, that maybe Gunn was going to become in charge of everything. That DeLuca and Abdi might get fired and Gunn might be in charge of everything. Y'all remember that shit? Just kind of crazy. So it's wild how all of this happens. But again, they have their contract extended. Do you know what this means? This means they're going to continue to have purview with the Batman and not Gunn. I can't fucking believe it, dude. That is so crazy. I wonder how Gunn's feeling today about this. This is pretty wild. Pretty wild. Anyway. Minecraft Sinner's weapon saved them. It did. Yeah, no, absolutely. They're on a crazy run right now. Absolutely. No contract renewal for Gunn. You know, I'm actually not sure about that. That's a good question because I know his contract. I think he did get a contract extension. I'm actually not sure about that, but I would imagine he did. Show us more minis. Oh, the minis are in the next room, though. Yeah. I tried to ask you about the Wolverine actor in the PS5 game, possibly playing Wolverine in the last MCU stream. I think that would be great, but I haven't heard anything about that, and I highly doubt that's happening, man. Just doesn't seem like they're what they're going for right now. But, yeah, kind of cool. Okay, well, that'll do it on this whole DC debacle. Oh, my God, fire James Gunn, and also it's all fake news. Superman, James Gunn, Superman 2025 to the moon. Anyway. Should we just call it there, man? Let's just call it there and have a good night, huh? Can we just call it there and have a good ass night? Can we get another hint besides cream pie? What do you mean by that, dude? That's gross. But I am going to show cream pie on stream. Okay, can we talk about Michael Waldron? Hey, do you guys like Michael Waldron or do you guys not like Michael Waldron? Because there were some other people that were trying to spread fake news about Michael Waldron and say that he was bad and stuff, and they're bad, not him. So I like Michael Waldron. I actually think he's a pretty good writer. Recently, he came out to clarify his involvement with Doomsday and Secret Wars. Now, remember, this is kind of a weird one, right? Because he was like on it, and then he was off it, and then he was like potentially back on it again. So anyway, he cleared it up, and this is what he said. He said, I was writing the movie after that, but there wasn't a filmmaker attached yet. I was just involved in all those conversations. When that movie went away, talking about the Kang Dynasty, I was working on what would become Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars for a time. And then they brought in Russo's and Steve McFeely. Now, what is really interesting about that, gotta talk about this for a second, okay? Gotta talk about this. Because I know what this is, but it's kind of interesting, right? So what he says here is he says, I was working on what would become Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars for a time. Now, what he's talking about there is so this is a lesser reported fact, but I've talked about it a good bit. So maybe some of you guys remember this. There was a version of Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars that got changed after the initial trouble with homie, the actor, forgetting his name. I'll just do the Marvel thing since I forgot his name. The actor. We're not even going to say his name because I'm fucking media trained like Kevin Feige. I'm not even going to say his name. The Kang actor. Okay? Not because I forgot. I'm fucking trained. Okay, anyway. Point is, I remember there was a lot of reporting that basically almost right away, and it probably was actually happening a little bit before the trouble happened, because remember, after Quantumania, there's a lot of reports that Marvel Studios was just like, yo, I don't know about people's like in Kang, like this doesn't seem to be clicking the way we thought. And so remember when Daniel RPK was reporting all those things where he was like, oh dude, they're adding another villain to the movie. Oh dude, they're making a lot more multiversal. Like, I remember all of this because it's my job and I'm like chronically online and probably on the spectrum. So I remember all of it. I just remember them saying like, oh shit, dude, Kang Dynasty's changing a lot. But here's the thing. At the time, they were still going to keep Jonathan Majors. From what I heard... Oh, shit! The Kang actor! My bad. From what I heard, they actually thought he was going to be acquitted. They still wanted to move away, but they didn't think he was going to get charged. So there was a version of Kang Dynasty that was moving away from Kang, but still involved Kang. And then I think Secret Wars was going to have Doctor Doom. Now, remember when Jeff Snyder had those reports all the way back, and he said that basically Doctor Doom was always the villain of Secret Wars, not a villain, but the villain of Secret Wars. Well, the way I understand that, with some reporting that Alex had, was that the original plan was like Kang removed the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Doom from the timelines, and they were all going to be back in Secret Wars, and a part of it was going to be like Doom was going to be there in Secret Wars and potentially like kind of become the big bad or one of the big threats, and it was almost going to be this thing where, oh shit, maybe Kang was right because Doom is that bad. And so that's why, like 2+ years ago, Robert Downey Jr. as Doom was potentially going to be a thing, was going to come back and all that sort of stuff, right? But I just find this really interesting. So Michael Waldron says, I was writing the movie after that, but there wasn't a filmmaker attached yet, so that's when it was Kang Dynasty. I was just involved in all those conversations. When that movie went away, I was working on what would become Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars for a time, and then they brought in the Russos and McFeely. As those guys got in and wrapped their hands around what these movies were going to be, and then there was an opportunity for me to come back in and get to know Joe and Anthony and Steve and really just help however I could. That's what I'm trying to do, is just support them. So he's like basically just in the writer's room with them and helping them out in any way they can to like punch stuff up. He's operating in the same space that like Joss Whedon operated a lot, and Christopher Yost operated a lot in the first 3 phases of Marvel Studios. So if you didn't know, there's this guy, Christopher Yost. I fucking love this guy. He's a workhorse. Very, very underrated. And he helped do a lot of writing and punching up scripts and stuff for Marvel Studios. So did Joss Whedon. And often Joss would ghostwrite. It wouldn't even be credited. He would just come in and punch stuff up. So Waldron is kind of like in that place. But it's quite interesting that he's working on the movies, okay? So think about this. I mean, this is kind of interesting. He's been so involved in this process because remember, all the way back to Loki, he's building the Loki show Bible, which is really the Bible for like the Multiverse Saga, right? Then he gets pulled off of that and they finish Loki without him because he gets put on Multiverse of Madness. He does 17 different drafts of Multiverse of Madness. And again, he's trying to play jazz, but work within basically the show Bible of the entire multiverse thing. Then he's working on Doomsday and Secret Wars. And you know what's interesting is, guys, even as Loki season 1 was wrapping, this is when you're getting Jeff Loveness hired, and this is when you're getting Michael Waldron and Jeff together. And there's an interview, and I think it was oh man, I forget who it was, but I remember there was an interview with Michael Waldron. He was talking about how Jeff Loveness and he were very good friends, and they shared a lot of notes back and forth. And so the whole point I'm trying to say here is like, dude, even years ago when Loki season 1 was still airing, Waldron was working on Secret Wars. His buddy Jeff Loveness was working on the Kang Dynasty. And because of the relationship that those two movies had, they were obviously working together. Now that transforms into Waldron legitimately working on Kang Dynasty, okay? And again, he works on the movie that would become Doomsday and Secret Wars. That is kind of like after Majors gets in trouble and they start changing stuff. They want to lean into Doom, but it's before they were like, well, we're going to hard pivot. Then the charges drop, they part ways and they hard pivot, okay? Now, Russos are in, Steve McFeely's in there, and they've wrapped their heads around what the movies are, essentially what Marvel and Feige wants them to be, and what they've crafted over time, which again, Michael Waldron was a big part of that. So it's cool that now he's back, and he's helping them figure it all out. Pretty cool shit. So look, I know there are a lot of people out there that talk a lot of shit on Michael Waldron and Jeff Loveness, and they think these like Rick and Morty writers kind of like ruined Marvel or all that sort of stuff. Guys, first of all, I never fucking believe that because I'm just a big fan of Waldron. I love his interviews. I love the way he was thinking about this sort of stuff. And he literally creates the show Bible for Loki. If you like Loki and you think it's fucking profound and super cool, which it is, it's Michael Waldron. Okay? I know there's some people that didn't love Multiverse Madness. I totally get it. He's squeezed. He does 17 drafts, and I also think it's a pretty fucking good movie. I like the movie. Okay, so I was never one of those guys that hated on Michael Waldron. Plus, I've read some of his work outside of Marvel. He's brilliant, guys. His shit leaps off the page. Like, he is a great writer. There is a reason that Kevin Feige wanted Michael Waldron to write his Star Wars movie. Like, that's what it is. He's a great writer. So I'm very excited. And I'm glad that Waldron is back on these projects. And I'm glad that he's clarifying what he's doing for people like me that are paying way too close attention to all this sort of shit. It feels good. I think I understand it. It fits with a lot of other stuff that I think I know about this. So this is all copacetic. This is all cool. So I wanted to talk about it with you guys. What do you guys think, man? What do you think of Michael Waldron? How do we feel about Michael Waldron? I feel like a lot of you guys agree with me. I think a lot of us like Michael Waldron around here. I think. Pro Waldron, my man. I said that to chat. It was Loveness' fault. All Rick and Morty isms. I have holes. That's Loveness. Waldron would have done cool stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that Waldron doesn't have like a little bit of that in him too. He's pretty irreverent and crazy. But like, I think the difference is like you look at Waldron's shit and you've got like Alligator Loki, but it still works within the context of like respecting Loki as a character to the utmost degree. Loveness just, I think, got a little too goofy with it. And again, though, that movie was too goofy. And that's not Loveness's fault that Marvel was like, we're going to make a movie completely in the fucking quantum realm. That's such a silly idea, dude. You know? But, yeah, I get where your head's at with that. Yeah. MLM is overhated for real. I agree. I think so. Guy reads the most weird comments. I do now because I just read yours. LK. I never heard of him. Kind of sad. What? What the hell? Josh, come on. You wanted to see the Kang's story. Oh, yeah? Nah, I'm good on that shit, bro. Kang sucks. Kang is goobly glop. You think they'll ever address Kang? I think they will. I think they will. I still think that dude, Tillman, is Kang. In Spider-Man Brand New Day. I still think he is. Yeah. Nah, Loki season 2 was yes. I don't think so. I thought it was great. Although I will say the first like 3 episodes are kind of like what are we doing here? You know? But that's because I think they just work off of Waldron's Bible and not his scripts in season 2. But yeah, what do I know? Tim O'Brien says Lizzie Olsen is S tier. Oh, I agree, man. Do the stanky Kang. Kang and Doom have such admiration for each other. I really wanted to see that dynamic. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't trust each other at all. Sometimes they are at each other's odds. Are at odds with each other's faces. You know. There's been some times where they're respectful, though. There's a report that Majors is coming back. So there's a report that Majors is talking about coming back again. I don't think that means he's coming back. Like, guys, the last time Majors made a big splash about coming back to Marvel, the trades themselves came out and were like, no, it's not happening. Like, they're very not about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're very, 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 very not about that life. Yeah. Wait, Vertigo? Vertigo's coming back? Oh, shit. That's cool. I want to see RDJ pull Tropic Thunder and do Kang. Yeah, I bet you do. You problematic son of a gun. Scarlet Witch recast? Maybe. Nah, we're not recasting the Scarlet Witch. What are you talking about? We got a perfect Scarlet Witch. We got the best Scarlet Witch. What a babe, dude. What a babe, that Elizabeth Olsen. You know, she can do no wrong. Has she ever done any wrong? Nope. I feel like Doom was always a part of the plan. The origins of Kang, Ramatut, Centurion all have ties to Doom. Yeah, Doom was always going to be a part of it, for sure. Yeah. She can do no wrong. Oh, hell yeah. Do you think they'll delay Secret Wars now with the rumors of additional movies in between? No. And I don't even know if there are additional movies in between. We'll see. It's a big mystery. We don't know, man. Hot Take says, I didn't like Multiverse Madness, but loved Loki. It wasn't Waldron's fault. It was the script's fault. Yeah, it has some issues. It has some issues. I still like the movie, but obviously it could have been a lot better. Makes no sense why they wouldn't use Doom for Secret Wars at least. Yeah, I mean, all the Marvel fans, when we saw Secret Wars, we were like, it's Doctor Doom. Because every Secret Wars is Doctor Doom, guys. Like, Kang is not that guy. Kang's like Avengers Forever. Kang's like, you know, Fantastic Four, Ramatut, fucking time travel bullshit, you know? Secret Wars is Doom. Always. It's always Doom. It's always been. Where are we at on the countdown? Well, I'll tell you what. We're about finished with this segment here. We got one more to do. Okay, we got one more to do. And then we'll put the countdown down. And then we're going to go into a member stream. And we've got so much fun member stuff to do. First, I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox this DCKO Polybag Special Edition. I hope I got a really good one. I hope it's worth $1 million. And then I have a top secret crazy plan that I want to talk to the members about. The big plan for the next 2 years, because I got some big plans. I got a big project planning, most ambitious thing I've ever done on YouTube. So we're going to talk about that, and then I'm also going to show you cream pie. I believe they were genuinely going to try and swap Doom with Kang for the MCU Secret Wars. I think Doom was always going to be a part of it. The question is, how big of a part was he going to be of it? You know. Yeah. Benjamin, definitely understand why people might not like it though. Wait, what? Some of the Spider-Man magic cards are pretty dope, dude. So they had the Spider-Man magic cards at the comic shop today. Okay, Colin's coming back. Hell nah. They had the Spider-Man magic cards at the shop today, and I was looking for the collector's ones, and they didn't have any collector's ones. If they had collector's ones, I was going to get a couple packs and open them with you guys. But they did not, so. Darth Yoda, welcome back to the Nerd Avengers, baby! All right, let's end that segment there. Hey, we're still good here. Okay, here's what we're going to do, chat. I'm going to put the timer on. Let's see here. All right, restore the chat. My name is Doom. Not available for portrait streams. Can you believe this shit? It's not even doing the portrait stream. I'm not even doing a fucking portrait stream. You're telling me we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way and open up a... It's not even doing a fucking portrait stream. This doesn't even make any fucking sense, Adam. Adam! 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 All right, well, fuck it. I guess we're not gonna do that shit. I just wanted to do cool things. I just wanted to do cool things. Fuck. Shit. Lie on your side? No, I'm good. I'm good on that. Is there a way to turn this? Add a stream marker, share. I could insert an ad. Maybe that's what we should try. All right, we'll do one more topic. Okay, you freaking buttholes. And then we'll chat a little bit, and then I'll end the stream. I'll start another stream. It'll be members, and we'll do member streams. Everybody chill. Everybody freaking chill. So, New York Comic Con this weekend. Not sure what to expect overall. You know, it's kind of funny. There was word that Sony pulled out. I don't know anything about that. You know, I don't really do that. But Sony pulled out for New York Comic Con, which is kind of wild. I guess no crazy Spider-Man announcements at New York Comic Con. Well, according to Charles Murphy here, there is going to be a Marvel television and animation panel, which will take place October 11th at 1:30 p.m. EST with special guests to give a look behind Marvel's upcoming Disney Plus shows from Marvel Television and Marvel Animation. What can fans expect? Well, when it comes to Marvel Animation, it's probably going to be X-Men 97, possibly a season 2 trailer. That would be cool. Maybe even more of that. But Charles does seem to think here with Marvel streaming boss Brad Winterbaum having recently said that the studios was looking at viewership numbers before unleashing a second season of Marvel Zombies. It's very possible the announcement could come at New York Comic Con. Yeah, if enough people watch Zombies, yeah, maybe they'll talk about it and make that announcement at Comic Con. The TVM show has been a hit, all but ensuring a return to the world by the Dead Queen. Yeah, so I heard some reports that they were happy with the viewership. Don't know exactly what that means. I thought that show was fucking terrible. But like many other things with Marvel currently, that is because it is stuck 5 years in the past. If they actually did another season of that with a newer mentality, with a focus on better characters, and with a focus on more fun, it could be good. So interesting that we might actually see a season 2 trailer for X-Men 97 and maybe a season 2 trailer for Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and then maybe the announcement that Marvel Zombies will be renewed. And here's a quote from Brad. "We will have a Spider-Man season every year. If I have anything to say about it, What usually happens, as you know, in animation is that there's a bigger gap between season 1 and 2 than in the subsequent seasons, and that'll be similar in Friendly. We will have to wait a little bit for year 2, but then after that, it should come out at an annual cadence, hopefully. Yeah, I really liked that show. Kind of an unspoken success for Marvel Animation. Really thought it was great. I ended up finishing it. Liam liked the show too. I would watch a lot more of that, man. It's kind of funny because it flew under the radar, and that one kid made this crazy anti-woke comments or whatever. But the show itself was fucking phenomenal. Like, it was a really, really good Spider-Man show. So that's cool. Okay, so next up, there's Marvel Television. What to expect there? Charles says here, more than any other of the studio's divisions, Marvel Television has become a different entity since the great rebrand of 2024. As Winterbaum explained in February interview with Screen Rant, the studio's priorities have shifted, with the studio looking to produce shows that can exist as annual releases, more like television. For now, that means plenty of Daredevil for the foreseeable future, which is why Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, Kristen Ritter, Deborah Ann Wool, and interestingly, Michael Coulter will be at New York Comic Con this weekend. Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again is slated for March 2026 release. Will almost certainly be the centerpiece of Marvel Television portion of the panel, with a look at a new batch of episodes, almost a sure thing of some casting announcements, very likely, especially with the production of Season 3 scheduled for early in the year. Yeah, so they'll probably officially announce that Daredevil is going to be renewed for Season 3, or maybe they'll save that for like when it's airing Season 2, but I would imagine, it's no secret that they're probably doing that. Vincent D'Onofrio has already talked about this on Twitter, and it's cool. I'm happy for them. It means they're very happy with Season 2. For now, that means... Okay, we already read that. Unlike Daredevil Born Again with the 8-episode Marvel Spotlight series, Wonder Man won't be an annual release, but it's near lock to be a major part of the New York Comic Con event. Very little is known about the project, which stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen II and Sir Ben Kingsley. With it set to stream in December, fans should probably expect an updated logo to accompany a teaser trailer and a more defined release date. With its streaming debut 2-ish months away, the teaser may eventually come online, allowing not all those in attendance to catch a glimpse of what Winterbaum called one of his favorite things ever. That's true. He did say that. I mean, what the fuck else is he going to say, right? Like, it's but he did say that. Let's stop for a second there. Man, I got to tell you, I should not have watched Marvel Zombies. I should not have ended my break to watch Marvel Zombies because it really disappointed me. And I think, like, the trailers and the marketing for Wonder Man would have to be so fucking fire to get me to watch that show. Like, I am legitimately... Like, I just can't see myself getting excited for this show. Nothing about this show seems interesting, dude. It seems so goddamn ridiculous. And again, just coming out of an old mentality, Phase 4 mentality, and I'm just really not into it. Having said that, though, if the trailer is dope, this has happened before. Echo's trailer was so incredible, it got me to watch it. Technically speaking, Marvel Zombies trailer was so incredible that it got me to check the show out. So maybe we would get something like that for Vision Quest. Another project, Shrouded in Mysteries, the Paul Bettany-led Vision series. It will also likely be included in the presentation. After wrapping principal photography in the UK earlier this year, the studio should be up for sharing the official title, logo, artwork, release window, and maybe even a first look at footage from the show, which is shaping up to be weird in all of the best ways. Yeah, there's actually some pretty positive buzz about that Vision show, believe it or not. Again, take it with a grain of salt. It's Disney Plus, it's Marvel Studios, Marvel Television, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just telling you what I've heard. There is some actual good buzz about that Vision show. So that's what we're looking at for New York Comic Con. Now, there is a panel. It's not a Marvel panel, but there is a panel that I think is going to have all those Defenders characters together. And I think it's some kind of anniversary for the actual Netflix show. A lot of people think you might get one of the actors to speak out about something there. So over this weekend, there will be a lot of panels, but there will also, of course, be a lot of interviews. These different actors will be talking to a lot of people, so sometimes just something they say to a fan or whatever can make news. I'm going to be watching it all to see what goes down. I won't be in New York this weekend, just have too much going on at the homestead, but I'll be definitely just kind of chiming in on social media, seeing what's going on, and if there are any crazy announcements, like crazy announcements, maybe we do an emergency stream, but otherwise, likely that Monday will be a lengthy, girthy stream where we will break down all of what comes out at New York Comic Con. There's some anime stuff. There's some stuff for video games, movies. You know, there's a lot of interesting stuff that could be going down at New York Comic Con. This is what to expect from Marvel, though. So, what do you guys think, man? What are your thoughts on New York Comic Con? What are your thoughts on some of these shows, man? Are you guys excited for Wonder Man? Is anybody out there excited for Wonder Man? New Game of Thrones show trailer tomorrow. That is true, and that is dope. I'm actually excited for that show. No Comic Con, only 40K. Oh, hell yeah. Love that 40K, baby. What's Wonder Man? I don't even know. You know, I mean, I like Destin Daniel Cretton a lot. So maybe he could convince me that he actually cooked with this show. But golly, I do not care about Wonder Man. Like, wow. The Thrag voice rumored to be revealed at New York Comic Con. Yo, that would be pretty hype, dude. Invincible. And they'll probably have like the Invincible game versus that people will be playing. I wish I could go. Honestly, I wish I could go, but I just have so much going on right now. I'll watch if people seem to really like it. That's fair, man. That's fair. You gotta wonder, man. Yeah, I do wonder, man. I do wonder, man. I do like Trevor. Dude, I like Trevor, but like I'm kind of over it, man. Like I'm kind of over it. You know, I'm not trying to like watch a whole ass Marvel show with Trevor Slattery. Like, no. No. Marvel should have just canceled these shows. I mean, I actually agree. Yeah, I've been saying that for a while because I just don't think it's helping anybody. You know? But look, they're committed to it. The only thing I can say is that, like, at least after this year, most of the goobly glob is out of the pipeline. Like, all of the stuff that was conceptualized and greenlit at a time when the studio was super out of touch will mostly be gone. So it'll all be like new shows with like, and I'm really hoping they get their shit together with that. You know. How do you think they'll handle animation style in Secret Wars, since we already know there's an animated universe? I don't even know about... I mean, I'm hoping they don't do it. I've heard that they will. They'll do some Roger Rabbit, like Who Framed some Roger Rabbit shit. I don't want any of that, but maybe they could make some of it work, yeah. Yeah. Give him powers from the jump, so it's not the finale where he finally shows some skill. I mean, oh, dude, oh, it's just such a goofy, like, Wonder Man. We're doing Wonder Man, dude? Come on now. Come on now. They get a clean slate after Secret Wars, thank God. Yeah, I know, right? Thank God, indeed, yeah. We're gonna need that clean slate, Bobby. You know what I mean? We're gonna need that clean slate, Kevin. Hey, Kevin. We're gonna need that clean slate there, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking, because Strange turned into animation. Yep, I get you. Not every show can be Agatha. Hey, what? They should have just focused on Netflix shows. Yeah. You're probably right, yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, but what if that clean slate is all new, all different Marvel? Jesus Christ. I mean, they kind of like did all new different Marvel now. So they can't like... Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. You know what I mean? Like, who typed that out? Who said that? Who typed that? Batman situation for DCU almost feels like Sony, Spider-Man, and MCU. That's actually a good point, yeah. They do feel very similar. They could have picked up anything in the Marvel Universe, and they picked Wonder Man. I know, what the fuck? Terrible, brother. Terrible. And I don't like this idea of them going to small shows. Like, I feel like you go for it, man. Fucking go for it. Like, dude, I think you should do a Weapon Plus program. All of them. Back in the day, like, just go for it. What are we doing here? More Miss Marvel? Ban him. Get him out of here. That's crazy, Ben. That whole series of Deadpool was terrible. Wait, what? Ben loved Daredevil Bored Again? Primetime Den, and am I too late for My Name of Doom? My Name of Doom! Hey, by the way, guys. Okay, so, again, tonight, I'm going to get off stream soon, and then we're going to do a little members stream, okay? We got some fun stuff that we're going to do with the members tonight. But, not today, but next Wednesday. Let me double check this. Hang on. I'm pretty sure it's next Wednesday. I'll double check later. Guys, so I ordered the Hot Toys Doctor Doom. I forget how much it was. It was like close to $1,000. I forget how much it was, okay? But, dude, was it more than 1,000? I don't know how expensive it was, but it was expensive, okay? So I bought the Doctor Doom hot toy, okay? But I also bought a Temu cheap as fuck Doctor Doom. Like the cheapest Doctor Doom I could possibly find on the internet. And so next Wednesday, we're going to do a very special unboxing. We are going to unbox the cheapest Doctor Doom figure that I could find on the internet, and we're going to unbox the most expensive Doctor Doom figure that I could find on the internet, and we'll compare and contrast. Hell yeah! It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. My name is Doom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hot Doctor Doom. Hell yeah. Marvel shows, if done big, could be like HBO Sunday night television. That's what I'm saying, Brandon. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why they didn't take that approach, man. You know? And maybe it's just like one at a time. Like maybe you just do one really awesome Marvel show and have it run for 3 or 4 years. And then you do a different Marvel show. And then that way you can like plug and play some of the TV actors into that show, maybe. I mean, I don't understand the full... look, we don't know exactly what they deal with over there. It's easy for us to be like, why don't they just do everything dope as fuck like we think, you know? But at the same time, like, why don't they just do everything dope as fuck like we think, you know? Why are you streaming so late? I just felt like changing it up today, man. Just going at night. Boxes are tight. Yeah, I just felt like going at night. I usually stream at in the mornings, but I figured we would do it a little different tonight. Toy streams are the future of the channel. Color me confused. No, they're not the future of the channel. It's just a fun thing that I wanted to do. And so I came up with a cool idea that we could all have fun with this thing together. Holy shit. Spider-Man Noir could be huge. Maybe that changes Marvel's approach to TV. I agree with that, actually. But the rumor is Lord and Miller, the guys that made that show, the rumor is they beefed with Sony hard about that budget. So we'll see what the budget ends up actually being. But from what I understand, Sony was like, we're not going to give you all this money for a Spider-Man Noir show. And Lord and Miller were like, you dead ass better, bitch. So we'll see what happens. Are you going to buy the Daredevil Marvel Legends cowl? Probably. Yeah. Hey, by the way, guys, we are going to get out of here in, let's call it 10 minutes. Okay, let's call it 10 minutes. We'll get out of here. And then I'll fire up the stream, probably started at like 8:15. Okay, so we'll have a little layover. And then I'll start up the member stream at 8:15, and we'll hang out with the members. But just out of curiosity, how many of you guys liked the evening stream and you want more evening streams? Because I see a lot of faces in here that I don't normally see in the morning, and it's pretty cool. I kind of like the ability to kind of do both. Maybe throw a 1 into the chat if you can't, if you like the evening streams, you just want more evening streams. You know what I mean? I'm not saying we'll do it maybe every week, but maybe like every other week, or maybe, yeah. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I'm down. I mean, honestly, today was good for me because I got a lot done. And then I just, like, I had my plan for the stream and the topics and everything. But I was able to get a lot done during the day. So this is a little nicer for me than streaming in the morning, taking a break, and then streaming at night with the members. So I kind of like I kind of like this. It's kind of the way to do it, I think. More news to talk about for evening streams sometimes. That's true too. Yeah, because sometimes you'll have news during the day, and whatnot. So cool. Dude, there's some really cool stuff coming out of Comic-Con already. Some kind of just interesting like rumors and tidbits. People sharing some cool stuff. You know, maybe Friday's stream will be kind of interesting because there'll be a lot of fun stuff that's announced, man. And then any anime heads in here, guys? Any anime heads in here? This weekend we have One Punch Man season 3. Oh my god, been waiting years, dude. Been waiting years for One Punch Man season 3. Let's fucking go. I'm so excited for that shit, dude. Yeah. And then the weekend of the 24th, big weekend for us. That's Elise's birthday. We have some fun stuff planned. But then that is the Chainsaw Man movie that weekend. And Elisa and I are traveling again to go to our favorite theater to see Chainsaw Man. Yeah, Chainsaw Man movie in a couple of weeks. Hell yeah. You know what's not getting around? Warhammer live action. Hey, you don't fucking say that. Do you watch my Warhammer videos yet, Justin? Why don't you watch both of the new Warhammer videos back to back and shut your mouth when you're talking to me and then get into Warhammer? I've watched Fate, man. I've watched Fate. I had a buddy that was really into Fate, and it's cool. I like Fate. I like the idea, but I just could never get super into it, but it is cool. What will happen if X-Men fails? Oh man, if X-Men doesn't come out of the gate hot, then I think Marvel's going to get some serious changes. Serious changes. But I have a lot of faith in what they're doing with the X-Men, actually. I think they actually do have some good ideas for that. Which you would expect. I mean, Kevin is the X-Men guy, right? He starts in the X-Men movies. That's his whole thing. So it's like a full circle thing for him. Yeah, Brendan, I think you're right. I haven't really seen any buzz for Gen V, but when I was on Amazon last night, I did see it was like second or third in TV. So it's doing all right on their platform. So I don't know what that means for Nielsen or whatever. I guess we'll see. But yeah. I actually started playing Space Marine this weekend, got me into the lore a bit, wondering how Warhammer takes. How Warhammer show actually gets going, like years. Yeah, probably a couple of years, brother. I would expect though next year we'll probably get some actual announcements and maybe some footage or whatever. But yeah, I don't expect us to actually see it until like 2028, probably. Have you read any comics lately? So I haven't read any. One that I'm really looking forward to, though, is the DC KO that just came out today. And like I said, I have this version of it. I don't know what version I got. I got the Lights Out Polybag Special Edition. Oh, shit, I just dropped it. It's worth nothing. I fucking ruined it. But yeah, I'm going to read that too. So I actually do want to read that one. I'm pulling Absolute. I'm behind on Absolute. I've read like 4 issues of each, but I am way behind. Yeah. I like them though. I like what they're doing with it. What happened to opening it? We're going to open it tonight. We're going to open it on the member stream. So we got 5 more minutes on this stream, and I'm going to shut this one down, and then I'm going to get a member stream fired up. It'll be at 8:15, guys. So if you're a member, just stay or find the other link. I'll post in the Discord and shit. 8:15 we'll go live. We'll only go for like an hour. We're not going to go crazy late tonight or whatever. But I want to open that thing. I want to talk to you guys about my secret plan, and then we're going to show the cream pie. Mr. Poppy says, chat, consider becoming a member because Josh is a lot more flagrant and shows us his hog on occasion. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's going to get spicy tonight. He's playing Rivals naked. I'm not playing Rivals, but I might be naked. I can't, dude. I can't. Rivals, man. Rivals is infuriating to me. I'm starting to rage on Rivals because you never want to play with me. You never want to carry me. There you go. Cool Bear says, I only watch a Warhammer show if KK does it. Jesus H. Christ. Cool Bear, you mother sucker. Rivals is infuriating. It really is. Cause I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. I actually love that song. I like the Superman movie, dude. I liked the movie. You guys all hated it. I liked it. I just wish they would have done maybe a little bit more. I wish Gunn maybe wasn't so front and center. Because I want the movie to do better. I want the DC fans to do better and stuff. And honestly, it probably should have just been Henry Cavill. And hey, chat, can I ask you guys a question? You think if Gunn would have just kept Henry Cavill, made basically the same movie, but just kept Henry Cavill, you think it's $1 billion movie? Because I think so. Let's ask Twitter. Let's ask Twitter. This ought to go over real well on the Twitters. I was thinking about this. And I actually think if Gunn just kept Henry Cavill as Superman and made the exact same movie otherwise, it makes $1 billion. Thoughts, chat? Haha, this ought to go over great on Twitter. Posted and see. Josh, are you getting DCKO? Yes, I've got it right here. I've got the Lights Out Polybog Special Edition. Each bag includes one randomly inserted foil variant cover by a superstar artist. And we're going to get the best one. They drew Superman with glorious tits. I have mixed feelings about it, but it's worth a lot. We got 2 minutes till I'm shutting this shit down, baby. How's everybody doing? You guys gonna miss me? I'll see you guys. Probably no stream tomorrow, though. Don't get mad. Eric D. Boy says, KK, best person to take Warhammer movie. Love you, brother. Nerd Adventures for life. And most importantly, my name of Doom. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Wait till you hear my metal song about the Custodies. I'm into it. Cavill's Clark sucked. Hey, don't say that, Vandolph. Hey, don't say that. Smack my head, no stream, no Friday stream. No, we'll stream Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Chill out. Chill out, baby. We'll be live Friday. Yeah. My name is Doom. Love you, dude. Hey, appreciate it, Darth Baba. Thank you so much, man. Josh, I like your little pumpkins. Oh, yeah. No, thanks, man. Quick, someone give me their password. Shit. Great stream tonight. Thanks, man. Yeah, I thought it was a good one. Dude, I feel good, guys, but I do have to work. I have to keep working hard. I have to keep coming up with ideas and like pulling stuff together, but I feel good. Like I feel like if I were an athlete or whatever, right? I feel like good, strong, you know, ready for the season. You know, he's playing well. You know, he's still got it. Arm strength is there. Field vision. Making good choices, you know. Unban my main account so I can't watch. I don't think I ever banned you. I'm pretty sure we went through all of the paces and you're not banned. It's a Google thing, man. It's a Google thing. That's what Tariq Hill said? Oh, shit. Shit. I'm not going to lie. They pulled me off of the field. They pulled me off of the field of streaming. And I had a contract. If I had guaranteed money and they pulled me off of the stream, I'd be saying that shit too. I'd be like, yes! All painting Warhammer and no more dealing with stupid motherfuckers in chat! Yes! So I get it, you know? That's crazy you're describing the GOAT LeBron James. Are you talking about bitch ass LeBum James. Chat pays you? Yeah, I know, right? They used to. Does that mean no stream tomorrow? Probably not. Okay, we're going to call it there, everybody. Much love. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, about to do a member stream, so make sure you come on by for member stream as a member, because we're streaming with the members. Probably about 8:15, guys. It's going to be super sick. Appreciate y'all. We're going to go over secret stuff and show you the cream pie. Love you. Much love. I'll see y'all later. Ta-ta for now. We're doing it different. I say ta-ta for now. Ta-ta for now, beach.